Welcome back to the Neshoba Valley Chamber Business Buzz podcast. My name is Melissa Federhoff, and I am the president and CEO of the Neshoba Valley Chamber. And I'm super excited to be here today with Scott of the Posh Pup.
Thank you, Melissa.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us. So excited. So Posh Pup is a premier doggy daycare and boarding facility. And you have 8,000 square feet of indoor play, 5,000 square feet outdoor play.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about Posh Pup.
Sure. We actually have two locations. We have an Acton location and we also have a Bolton location. So we started with our Acton location in 2014 and we did daycare and boarding there to start, but we kind of grew out of the space very fast. And we decided to open up our Bolton pet resort. We have about 8,000 square feet of indoor space and 5,000 square feet of outdoor space. We filled up very fast there. We've only been open since August, but the way we do boarding is a little bit different. We have full access to daycare during their stay, so we don't leave them in kennels all day long. We believe in having them socialize during the day so they're more tired at night. And we also have someone that sleeps on site overnight as well.
Nice. So I actually got a tour of the facility when we did the ribbon cutting. It is a pretty amazing custom space for you.
Thank you.
So all right, let's mentally walk through. Let's do a little tour tell folks about the difference because we walked through a number of different rooms.
Yes. So we have 5 different play groups inside. We group them based on size, energy level, temperament, sort of like that. So if you have an older dog who doesn't like the puppies, we're not going to group them together. Outdoor, we have 4 different groups. We have a grooming salon. So if your dog doesn't come to daycare or boarding, they can still come in for grooming.
Right.
Our last suites are in a separate area. And like I said before, they're only in the suites at night, overnight to sleep. So they're out playing, they're tired, they're enjoying. It's like a vacation for them too. It's not like a traditional boarding facility.
It's just like if you have kids, they need interaction with other
Absolutely.
kids.
Especially a lot of people got dogs during COVID, so they don't know how to socialize with other dogs. So we've kind of customized our space based on that because they've been home with the owners. And if they're in kennels all day, they're barking, they're anxious. So we require all dogs coming in for a trial first. And then we'll come up with a plan. And if they're anxious, we'll say, okay, let's try Saturdays to see how they do. And we'll slowly acclimate them into the boarding facility or daycare during the week. And it makes a big difference.
What got you into doggy daycare?
So funny story. So I've always grew up with dogs. I actually have a restaurant background. I started running restaurants at 19. I was a general manager and my aunt owned dog daycares. And I always had a passion for business and a passion for dogs. And I went down to Florida with her for a few months and learned the business. And I was like, I need to do this. This is my calling. And when I first opened up the Acton location, I was like, oh my God, like I didn't know if it was going to be busy, it was going to be a risk, and it blew up after 3 months. We were on a wait list after 3 months in business.
Wow.
And we're actually in the works of expanding that location as well. Can't really say much yet, but we will be announcing soon our new plans for our Acton location.
Excellent. Exciting. I hear another ribbon cutting.
Yep.
So let's talk about safety because it's a huge concern for pet owners. Obviously, when they're entrusting their furry baby, I call them, to you, safety is a huge concern.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about that.
Sure. So we have dog daycare attendants in each group. We do a 4-hour trial. A lot of places will do just like a simple meet and greet and just say, okay, the dog's all set. We do a 4-hour trial for that reason. And then, like I said, we will customize a plan for the dog. If they're anxious and barking, we're honest with the owners. We're not going to say, hey, your dog had a great time and let's just put them in the group. Our staff is trained to, look at the body language, look at, the dog is very panting, very anxious. What are we going to do? Let's try moving the group to a more calm group. So safety is a big priority, and we don't take dogs in that cannot be in daycare. That's where we're a little bit different from other facilities. They'll keep like certain dogs that are not good in their own pen or their own suite, and we don't do that. So if your dog is not doing well and doesn't do well socializing, we don't mean to discriminate, but it's just the way we work.
Nope, that totally makes sense. For somebody that's considering daycare or boarding for the first time, What should they be aware of?
They should be aware of just how their dog is acting when they're in the facility, and just look out for signs of if they don't want to go in, or signs for the staff getting reports. We do daily report cards, so we're keeping you up to date every day on how your dog does. We also have a partnership with Debbie, All Paws Training in Maynard, so we kind of will customize a plan if your dog doesn't do good on the first day, or after a few months, they're getting anxious or they're getting a little, snippy and don't want to be around other dogs. We'll refer them to a trainer, and then we'll say, okay, let's try them again after daycare. A lot of people in this area have gotten rescue dogs, a lot of rescue dogs, and either they do great in daycare or they don't like it, So we kind of just customize based on the dog's individual needs.
That makes sense. So what advice would you give to a nervous pet owner leaving their dog for the first time?
So advice I'd give to them is, first of all, for our facility, we kind of, take them along the steps. We'll send them videos, we'll send them pictures, and we're honest. Transparency is very important to us, and that's how our business got so successful. If your dog is not having a good time, we'll say to them, hey, let's try them on a Saturday. Let's try them on a slower day just to get them used to it. After 2 to 3 times, we'll say to them, maybe your daycare is not a good fit for your dog. But half the time, the parents are more nervous than the dogs because they're like, it's bringing your kid to school for the
Yeah.
first time. So it's
Yeah.
it's nervous. So we kind of like, we'll walk them. We have pamphlets. We kind of like go through the whole step and go, like really just show them everything, because like they can't be in the back with the dogs.
Yeah.
It's just like your kid at school. So we will send them videos. We'll really keep them updated along the day.
Nice, nice. So your staff is first aid and CPR certified.
Yes.
So why is that important?
It's important because, dogs could get into something at home. A lot of times we'll see like a dog getting into chocolate or getting to something at home, and they could aspirate and they're choking. And, it's important because dogs are like people. So like they get into everything. So you need to, look for signs of like from being outside in the heat. You need to look for, say a leaf falls down from the tree and they're choking on it. You just need to be aware of the dog behavior.
Absolutely. What trends are you seeing in pet care services right now?
Trends I'm seeing in pet care is a lot of people are going on vacation. That's boarding is a very, very big part of our business, and a lot of people are getting puppies. So they want daycare, they want them tired, they don't have the time, especially in the wintertime. They don't want to walk the dogs, they want to get them tired. And who wants to walk their dog with 2 feet of snow on the ground like this winter? It's hard.
Right.
They can't run in the yard. So we're seeing a lot of trends in especially daycare and boarding, but boarding especially because a lot of people are traveling. We've been full for April vacation for like over a month and a half now already.
Wow.
So the summer is getting very busy as well. A lot of people are traveling, and a lot of people don't know what to do with their dogs. So if they find a place that they can trust, it's great.
Yeah. So it's kind of like speaking of a furry baby, it is like having a kid that you've got to get into into that school.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
it's hard to get in now.
For sure. And a lot of places too, with boarding, again, the daycare is very important because your dog's tired. And especially, we have 90% of our dogs are under the age of 3. So a lot of puppies, a lot of people have gotten dogs over the past few years. And it's a luxury too for them because, 15 years ago, when someone said, oh, I'm going to board my dog at a facility, they look at you like, what? Am I going to do that? But we've created such a great space, and it's more of a resort and spa, and people love it.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna change topics a little bit. We're gonna do some switch gears. We're gonna do some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
All right, what's your favorite dog breed?
I would say a German Shepherd.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. I would have to say like golden retriever.
Yeah, that
They're just
family dog.
yeah, yeah. What is a one must have item for dog owners?
One must-have item for dog owners, I would say a leash.
Yeah, I guess I
Everyone
mean
needs to walk their
right.
dog.
That's true. That's true. If you weren't in the pet care business, what would you be doing?
I would probably be owning a restaurant, running a restaurant business.
All right, still an
Yep.
entrepreneur.
Yep.
Excellent. I love it. So what is one piece of advice that you give to dog owners when it comes to care and socialization?
I would say training is a very, very important piece of that. Without the proper training, your dog is kind of set up for failure.
Mm.
If you don't have structures and boundaries in the home, it carries into their daily socialization life as well. So I would say training, if you're going to get a puppy, I would start with training before even coming to daycare
Yeah.
because, if they're not getting that, it's going to be hard for them to socialize with other dogs.
Yeah. Nice. So I've had several chamber members say that they've brought their dogs to you.
Yes.
So chamber has been a good
Yeah,
experience for you.
excellent. Thank you so much.
Good. No, we're glad that you're here. So,
Thank you.
for our listening viewers, is there anything that we missed that we haven't talked about that you want them to know about the Posh Pup?
No, I think you covered pretty much everything. We're happy to have you and be here.
And how does somebody get more information? Where would they find you?
So they can find us on our website. Everything is pretty much there. Boarding, daycare, grooming. You can go back and forth from each location.
Okay.
Social media, if you want to get your daily fix of dogs, follow us on Instagram, the Posh Pup Bolton and the Posh Pup Acton. We post videos throughout the day,
Nice.
pictures of the dogs. We post everything.
Awesome. And the website is the Posh Pup?
Bolton.com.
Okay. The Posh Pup Bolton.com. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining
Thank you.
us.
I appreciate it.
And we're looking forward to hearing more about Acton soon-ish.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Couple months.
all right. Perfect. Perfect.
It's a lot to it.
There is a lot.
There
There's
is.
a lot.
People don't realize like zoning, permitting, construction. It's all piece by piece by piece.
It's not as easy as just saying this is what I
Yeah.
want to use.
No, for sure.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to you
Thank
for
you.
all of your accomplishments in your business.
Thank you.
So, thank you. And thank you so much to AJ from Clear Signal Productions, who is our podcast producer. And thank you all for tuning in and listening. Have a wonderful day.